welcome back to CouchCapades and the continuing adventures of what in God's name is
My leg sent me blind for a few minutes as I struggled up the cliff path. I swallowed another handful of painkillers, and now I feel almost lucid. The island around me has retreated to a hazed distance, whilst the moon appears to have
definitely a lucid
descended
man
into my
speaking.
palm to guide me. I can see a thick black line of infection reaching for my heart from the waistband of my trousers. Through the fugue, it's all the world like the path I have cut from the lowlands towards the aerial.
This is clearly the speaking of a lucid man.
Yes. But yeah, hi, welcome to CouchCapades. We're still doing this. This is great. I'm having a good time. I hope you're having a good time. Rose, are you having a good time?
I'm having a good time.
Good. We're all having good times, trying to figure out what in the hell's happening. And
I mean, this guy has wrought himself out of the cave and is working his way up a mountain with a broken leg and kidney stones.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged,
look behind
and
you.
the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
And as he was proceeding on his journey.
glad you read that. I said preceding his death. So I was like, death's journey. I was like, oh, that's sucks. Of course we have to do this.
I could see that too. Wow. Do you feel better now?
Not really. It didn't hit like a... Jokes aren't hitting on this one. You're not laughing at me, so I don't know if I'm doing my job right now. Jesus. I'm just here just like, all right, well, I tried. And I mean, I do it every single time I see a cliff and something like that. I have to do that. It's just written in the stars that of CouchCapades, but that time, no.
I'm sorry. I will try to loosen up. I apologize.
I might need to just retire that bit. And was come near to
dying.
Are you sure?
Damages?
Damages? Damascus? Oh, it's not Damascus, yes.
That's right. We're still talking about Damascus.
Talking about Damascus. Trying to figure out where to go. And, again, if I need a starbase. And he was there.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
What? And he was there 3 days without
sight.
Guys, I don't know if you know this. I've never read the Bible, so whoops, my bad. And neither did he eat
nor
drink because Starbase was out of what he wanted, a venti mocha frappuccino.
That's what it is. It's totally what it is.
And a biscuit.
No biscuits.
Eat at Wendy's. Like, I'll say it, Wendy's. Freaking breakfast is legit.
Oh, so good.
It's been over a year now, and it's legit. It is the best breakfast. Come at me.
That honey chicken biscuit.
I'll go to Wendy's.
Slaps hard.
Look, I'll sell out to Wendy's. That's fine. I don't give a damn.
Hey, Wendy's, don't you want to sponsor us?
Don't you want to sponsor two idiots on the internet? Let's go. You walk up the stairs and finally understand that all they were looking for was a Wendy's at the same time.
In these retinas, too long in the tunnels of my island without a bottom. The sea creatures have risen to the surface, but the gulls are not here to carry them back to their nests. I've become fixed, open and staring, an eye turned on itself. I've become an infected leg whose tracking lines form a perfect map of the junctions of the M5. I will take the exit at mid-thigh and plummet to my Esther.
Were you about to jump off a cliff and go back to Esther?
Maybe? I feel like there's a good chance.
I get drawn to the moon because I was bitten by a wolf.
Oh, I was going to say because you're a waterbender. I don't think we need
I don't think we need those. Watch that be the only one we actually need. We're like, son of a bitch, man.
No picture of that one.
I get drawn to the moon because I'm a waterbender.
And I came to Damascus as I made my...
I think we're going to go up there anyway.
Yeah.
So. As I made my way...
Oh, look, there's a danger sign.
Away
I'm sure
from
this is fine.
Taco Bell.
To Wendy's.
To Wendy's. This might have been a mistake. I can't read.
And it came to pass that as I made my journey and
sorry. And what?
Let's keep going. Maybe we can figure this out. You're gonna fall off.
No, I'm not. Holy shit. Wow. I know, that was really damn close. Nailed it. First try, bitches.
No, I'm not. No. Oh, shit. I might actually fall off.
I almost fell off. Oh, hell. That would have sucked. Came to...
Night?
Rome? That's R-O-M-E, right?
Might be. I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I thought it was came to me. Look, we can't see anything right here. Something about night. Unto Damascus. Has to be Damascus. It's always about Damascus.
It's always Damascus.
Oh, look, there's words right there.
God damn it. How the fuck? Oh, I'm sure. How do you want me to read?
You know what? Let's just keep on going. We have...
My noon.
My noon. My noon.
My noon. How you doing, my noon? You selling my noons? What?
The shine. Yeah. I think that we've seen almost everything. Shine from heaven. A great light round about me. There's shown from heaven a great light round about me. And I could not see for 3 days and 3 nights.
I'm glad you know.
A gull perched on a spent bonnet, sideways, whilst the sirens fell through the middle distance and the metal moaned in grief about us. I'm about this night in walking, old bread and gull bones, old Donnelly at the bar gripping his drink, old Esther walking with our children, old Paul as ever, old Paul. He shakes and he shivers and he turns off his lights alone.
Oh, Ringo as he drums his drums, and oh, John as he sings his songs. And oh, Ringo, John, Paul...
George?
There it is. Yeah, George. I was like, what what's the fourth Beatle?
George? What's the fourth Beatle?
Who's?
What's the fourth Beatle, guys?
What's the fourth Beatle?
Not who.
That were with me.
Yeah, this is a lot of wind. They did a good job with this.
It's a tad bit windy up here. Came onto something down with me.
Yeah.
The sickness. Ooh,
So what you're saying is you're down with the sickness?
I am. Damascus is down with the sickness.
Damascus is down with the sickness. Now we understand. Now we can all get it. Huh.
I'll fully admit, this game is keeping me on my toes, like...
I have run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air.
Why, yes. That...
Oh! Okay.
I mean, I do understand.
How long is this episode?
You know.
Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him.
Are you
but who
controlling
was
this?
Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
So was I in love with Esther, who is married to another man, and Esther died and I couldn't take it?
I think you are Donnelly.
Oh, you know, that makes sense, because I am of sound mind.
Yeah, I think this whole time we've been Donnelly.
We've been Donnelly, and just the grief of losing.
And so he stole his own book from the library because nobody had checked it out in that long.
I'm flying.
So we are the birds that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. Bird is calling out Esther, Esther.
Oh.
At least I think that's what I heard.
I heard Esther too, so I was like,
yeah.
am I hearing things?
Not this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we were Donnelly.
Yeah.
Esther was our wife. And then losing her and their children, it sounded like, there at the end.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me too.
Drove him mad with grief. And so he came to this island that it seemed like he was familiar with this island. So maybe he and Esther spent some time here? Possibly? It's a lot of boats.
It's a lot of boats.
Come back.
That is a much more serious game than I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know that walking sims lend themselves to more serious subject matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still wasn't quite expecting this.
No.
There it is. I'm just here like, I was also expecting some type of credits. So yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Bit of a shorter episode.
Well, I have an idea. I will make this just a little bit longer. Not too long.
Okay.
Well, I have an idea. Oh, but yeah, what?
The thing about Damascus.
Yeah.
So what happened is in the New Testament, there was this guy named Saul.
Okay.
And he was going through and he was killing all the Christians.
Okay.
Like, this was it was shortly after Jesus' death.
Okay.
And so there was this guy named Saul, and he was killing all the Christians because that's what the Romans wanted. And so on his way to Damascus, he was struck with light from heaven.
Okay.
So that's why they said the light shone around him. And he spoke to God.
Okay.
And God was saying, hey, you're killing all these Christians in my name, but these are my Christians, basically. And so he became a Christian.
Okay.
Changed his name to Paul, who was one of the biggest advocates and wrote many books of the New Testament.
Okay.
And, but yeah, like when he got to Damascus, he didn't have sight for the first 3 days that he was there because he was still blinded from seeing God and seeing.
Okay. All right.
All of that. And so that's why they kept on saying he didn't eat or drink, because he didn't in the Bible.
Okay.
So yeah. What's up?
This real fast. Can I have the... all right, this one has me at least a little bit interested, and hopefully what I'm about to do will not kill our capture.
Hopefully not.
All right, so we're gonna... Yes, I'm gonna quit out. Hold up. Let's do... Did I put Firefox on this thing? I don't remember. I did. Cool. Okay.
Here we go.
So let's do this. No, I don't want to make it my permanent one. Let's... I want to see what Dear Esther explained. Yeah, that'll work. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Let's...
Do you want to zoom in a little bit?
Yes.
Just because I know that this is always hard to see on mobile.
Yeah. Okay. Let's... Yeah, that'll... Dear Esther is about the search for meaning. The man, Esther's husband, has lost his grip on the world because of her death. That was so senseless act as to break his entire sense of a world with meaning. He visits Paul in some hope of understanding why he did what he did. Okay.
I guess just pick one.
Let's do the Dear Esther fandom. That's not going to be an awful idea.
Oh, why would it be?
Let's zoom in so people can see. I don't give a damn about all this crap. Let's see the plot.
The player progresses through the plot of Dear Esther via a series of voiced-over letter fragments to a woman named Esther. It is not directly specified who the narrator is, but it's generally believed that he is Esther's husband and that she is dead, killed in an automobile accident. These monologue fragments are triggered as the player reaches certain locations in the game. Each one is either semi-random or specific to the area the player is currently exploring.
Oh, okay.
The semi-random selection of voiceover parts causes a lack of coherency and forces the player to draw their own conclusions, as well as making the game replayable. It can take up to 6 to 8 full runs in order to have seen every object and or event at least once. Jeez.
Wow, that's impressive.
As the game progresses, other unseen characters are referred to. Jakobson, an 18th century shepherd and hermit, and Donnelly, who charted the island sometime in the past. Later in the game, the readings begin to allude to the story of Paul on the road to Damascus, which is also the subject of some of the painted text on the cliff walls.
Okay. Reception. Oh,
we just skipped over the last part of the plot. As the game, at the game's end, the player reaches the radio mast beacon atop the island's peak. The player's character climbs a ladder to the top of the tower after a final monologue from the narrator, then jumps off and falls to the shore below. Before reaching the bottom, the player becomes a bird and flies through the bay as the game ends, fading to black.
Okay, cool.
We probably want the explained that was higher up. Either that one or from Planet Rask. It's a blog.
Sure. All right. There you go, Planet Rask. We'll help you out. Let's take a look real fast.
From 2013.
Oh God.
Okay, there's spoilers.
You just watched it, so you should be good, right?
Hopefully. Esther Donnelly is a writer. Let's keep on going. Paul is the key. He is a Paul is the key to why we ended up here playing this game as the narrator on the island. He's a sales executive who lived in Wolverhampton. He caused Esther's death, and here's why. Not long ago, Esther and the narrator were traveling in the same car along the M5 between Exeter and Bristol. Paul is in another car who loses control somewhere between the Sanford turnoff and the welcome break. so the crash is recent, last 10 to 15 years or so. Skids and crashes into the car carrying the narrator and Esther. Paul is first accused of being drunk behind the wheel as alcohol is on his breath as he had some drinks following a sales conference in Exeter. He was traveling on his way back to Wolverhampton, but the narrator tells us later in the game that he was not drunk. We can only presume then that he was not over the limit, but whether his alcohol intake affected his driving in order to cause the crash is something the narrator considers, as earlier in the game, he accuses him of being drunk. So what caused the crash is not clear. Paul is in a bad condition following the accident and has to be resuscitated. Esther is trapped in the car, presumed dead, as the car had to be cut to get her out, and it looked as though it was dropped from a great height. The precise location remains a debate. The narrator tries to find the location of the accident, cannot find it. After the accident, the narrator travels to meet Paul in his home. Paul at the time is dying in his own guilt and regret. The car accident has destroyed his life as much as the narrator's. But the narrator is not seeking an apology, but wanted to offer some no hard feelings toward the man, tries to connect with Paul, but Paul is too nervous. It is obvious, though, that the narrator wants to remove any bad scent between the two in order to get on with their lives, as the narrator wants to believe that alcohol did not cause Esther's death. It's not clear how or when Paul died, but certainly by the start of the game, Paul has died. The narrator is saddened by this. There's the island's history.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently Esther was pregnant.
Jesus. Okay.
The narrator's death. There are biblical references. Damascus is compared to Wolverhampton. The road to Damascus, or the road that Paul was taking back to Wolverhampton. The road to Damascus is sometimes used to describe a big change in someone's life. Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right.
This, I guess, is relating to the car accident. Lot's wife is mentioned in Genesis 19 and is also mentioned in the game. Number 21. What's with the number 21? That crops up often in the story. Did it?
I don't know. I didn't notice it.
21 certainly has some reference to alcohol and the number of nodes on analog brake systems. Oh, coincidence that the two are references to each other? Quite possibly. Huh.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
A little more in depth than I thought it was going to be, but
yeah, good job breaking it down. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah. What was your name?
I think it was at the top.
Matthew.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Sweet. All right then. Well, we'll call that an episode. What'd you think?
I thought it was very interesting, and I definitely like that there was a first walking sim.
Yeah.
I think it's very much a product of its time.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think the genre has evolved very well since then, and I'm excited to see where it goes in the future.
Agreed. All right, well, come back next time. We'll be playing something.
Bye!